Mary Magdalene, not Peter. The church was supposed to be carried on by a woman.
Few realize that Mary was descended from kings, just as her husband was.
You just can't put these books down. But at one stage, you weren't allowed to even pick them up. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 books that have been banned.
John, listen, I tell you, give it to me, please. Please.
For this list, we've looked at books that have been banned from sale in some capacity.
From the age of Big Brother, from the age of the thought police, from a dead man, greetings.
It doesn't matter where the book was banned, why it was, or for how long. If it was ever taken off the shelves, then it can be featured on today's reading list. Number 10, Lord of the Flies, William Golding.
Whoever holds the conch gets to speak. That's the rule.
Is this like assembly, sir?
Yeah. Except anybody who wants to speak gets to.
Commonly described as one of the greatest novels of the 20th century, Lord of the Flies is also one of the most brutal depictions of human character ever written.
We would have given you fire if you asked for it, but you didn't. Then sneaking up like a thief.
Say that again.
Thief!
Thief! Who's a thief?
You are!
A regularly challenged book and ranked number 68 on the American Library Association's list of frequently banned classics. It details the barbaric demise of a once civilized group of boys. A tale that takes all of the worst aspects of human nature and watches them war with one another, it's an uncomfortably unput-downable read. Number 9, Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, Mark Twain.
Say, what are you doing here?
You wouldn't tell on me if I was to tell you. I run off.
Jim.
I had to, Huck. I had to.
You can't do that. You belong to the widow.
The oldest book to feature today, and regularly listed as one of the great American novels, Huckleberry Finn has forever been subject to sanctions.
That sure will be heaven to me. And I've got only one person to thank, and that's you, Huck.
You know why I'm doing it, don't you?
I don't know why you's doing it, but still in all you's doing it. I don't figure that even an abolitionist could do a better job than you's doing, Huck.
Don't you call me that. You ain't in no free state yet.
The direct sequel to Twain's The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, it comes most under fire for its language, and specifically for frequent racial slurs.
Oh, don't worry. You're gonna go free. I'll tell that abolitionist where he can find you. I won't turn you in. And I don't see how anybody would want a thing like you.
Depicting a Southern antebellum society the likes of which no longer existed at the time of publishing. Its vocabulary was a little outdated, even in the late 1800s.
Oh, gosh, I was always told that abolitionist folks were low-down, dirty sort of folk.
Nowadays, some Huck Finn terms are considered hugely offensive and subsequently censorable.
Suppose it is true that the Negro is inferior to the white in the gifts of God. Is it not the exact reverse of justice that the white should take from the Negro any part of the little which he has?
Number 8, 1984, George Orwell. An author banned on more than one occasion, George Orwell struggled to get Animal Farm published because of its thinly veiled criticism of the USSR.
Comrades, I have made a terrible discovery. There are traitors among us.
But we've selected 1984 as Orwell's best banned book, if only for the irony.
It's a beautiful thing, the destruction of words.
Sugar, 2.4%.
You won't have seen the dictionary, 10th edition yet, Smith?
7.5%.
It's that thick.
Coffee, 8%.
The 11th edition will be that thick.
The novel's almost hero, Winston Smith, lives in a society ravaged by war and revolution, under constant surveillance.
Smith? 6079 Smith W? Yes, you. Bend lower. You're not trying.
As he contends with the ultra-restrictive Big Brother, Smith's plight is appropriately paralleled by various governments, including the Soviet Union themselves, banning the book entirely.
How many fingers, please?
What else can I say? 5, 4, anything you like. Only please stop it. Stop the pain.
Number 7. The Harry Potter series, J.K. Rowling.
Neither one can live while the other one survives. It means one of us is going to have to kill the other in the end.
It's the best-selling book series in history. It's been translated into 73 languages, but that doesn't mean that Harry Potter is beyond the ban.
Mistletoe. Probably full of nargles, though.
What are nargles?
No idea.
The tales of The Boy Who Lived have also picked up a fair amount of criticism.
Stop! It will stop, yes, it will stop. But only if you keep drinking.
Don't make me.
I'm sorry, sir.
Kill me!
Various religious groups have challenged the books, claiming they promote ideas of witchcraft, the occult, and Wicca.
Wow, we're identical.
Not yet, you're not.
I haven't got anything a bit more sporting, have you?
Yeah, I don't really fancy this colour.
According to the ALA, they're the most challenged books of the 21st century.
Treacherous little bleeder. Is there no one we can trust?
Number 6. American Psycho, Bret Easton Ellis.
Because it's not just about the pleasures of conformity and the importance of trends, it's also a personal statement about the band itself. Hey, Paul!
It's a novel deemed harmful to minors in Germany, only available to buy or rent if you're over 18 in Australia, and generally sold shrink-wrapped in New Zealand. In short, American Psycho caused and causes quite a stir.
I really wasn't that concerned about morality in my fiction. I think the morality is there basically because I'm a satirist on a certain level. I'm a satirist. And I think within, if you are a satirist, you are pointing out problems that you find in the world and in society and in the culture.
Famous for its unflinching portrayal of extreme violence, Bret Easton Ellis actually received death threats upon its initial publication.
Tonight, I just had to kill a lot of people!
A story since adapted to the big screen with critical acclaim. It's a really tough read and a nightmare tonic for almost anybody.
Where are you going?
Just leaving.
But where?
I have to return some videotapes.
Number 5. The Satanic Verses, Salman Rushdie.
You want to be careful about writing things down and pissing people off.
One of the most controversial novels ever written, Salman Rushdie's The Satanic Verses brought about an actual assassination, such was the level of offense that it caused. Rushdie was accused of misusing his freedom of speech, of mocking Islam, and of referring to the Prophet Muhammad in a derogatory manner.
Ayatollah Ali Khamenei has repeated the death sentence against the author Salman Rushdie.
Subsequently, in 1989, the Iranian government issued a fatwa calling on all Muslims to execute anybody involved in the book's publication.
There were crowds out today in Tehran welcoming the 9 Iranians expelled by Britain, reportedly for plotting to kill Mr. Rushdie.
Rushdie himself survived several assassination plots, but in 1991, the novel's Japanese translator, Hitoshi Igarashi, was stabbed to death.
The moment somebody says, yes, I believe in free speech, but I stop listening.
Number 4. Mein Kampf, Adolf Hitler.
In Mein Kampf, he writes, "If we had, just once during the war, used poison gas on 12 or 15,000 of those Hebrew corrupters of the people, the sacrifice of millions of men would not have been in vain."
The autobiographical manifesto of probably the most infamous man ever to have lived, Adolf Hitler's Mein Kampf is one of the most heavily vetted texts on the planet.
It's a horrible book, but it is a piece of history. It is a very rare item.
Though translations are available in most countries, they can prove difficult to obtain at times. In Austria, The printing and/or owning of Mein Kampf is prohibited, while in Germany the book's copyright is owned by the state of Bavaria, which tries to prevent any reprinting.
Bavaria, which owns the publishing rights to Hitler's book, has said that it will publish an annotated version of the controversial Nazi manifesto in order to make future publication of the book commercially unattractive.
However, in 2016, that copyright is scheduled to expire, meaning that more copies could become available.
Its last passage is this fanatical cry. A state that refuses racial contamination will inevitably dominate the world.
Number 3. Lolita, Vladimir Nabokov.
Don't you think?
Beautiful.
Our next novel took its author 5 years to write, and a further 2 years to publish.
What I want to produce is really that little sob in the spine of the artist reader. Well, I leave the field of ideas to Dr. Schweitzer and to Dr. Zhivago.
Vladimir Nabokov finally settled for a French publication house of questionable reputation, releasing Lolita in 1955, following outraged reviews on the book's erotic themes and the central adult-child relationship. The British government swiftly banned the import of Lolita, and France soon followed suit. It eventually appeared in America in 1958 and reappeared in Britain in 1959.
Despite all the fuss and faces she made, and the danger and hopelessness of it all.
Aim for my head.
Despite all that, I was in paradise.
Arguably as controversial now as it was then, Lolita is definitely not a light read.
Get out! Get out of here!
Number 2. Brave New World, Aldous Huxley.
That's one of the wonderful things about being a gamma. We're not too stupid and we're not too bright. To be a gamma is to be just right.
An ironic title if ever we've read one. Aldous Huxley's Brave New World is actually considerably bleaker than billed.
But looking good is important.
The better you look, the better you feel. It's important to feel good. If we look good, we are good.
We are good. If you want it, you can have it.
It's so bleak, in fact, the novel's dystopian drive has led to it being challenged the world over. In 1932, it was banned in Ireland for anti-religious language.
And if you plan to say any more filthy things like that, I'll simply have to ask you to leave immediately.
Between 32 and 37, banned in Australia. In India in 67, Huxley was labeled a pornographer.
I want you.
And in 1980, it was removed from classrooms in Missouri, USA. Continuing a by now established trend, however, it's also consistently ranked as one of the greatest novels ever written.
Why are they acting like that? Hitting, laughing, crying. It's weird.
It must be some sort of aberrational pattern. I hear there once was a thing called madness in primitive times.
Before we crack the spine on our top pick, here are some honorable mentions.
That was a real kick, and good for laughs and lashings of the old, ultra-violent.
Fact of the matter, Muley, after what them dusters done to the land, the tenant system don't work no more. They don't even break even, much less show a profit. Why, one man on a tractor can handle 12 or 14 of these places.
Heather also has two mommies, Mama Jane and Mama Kate.
Anarchy isn't just a theory. It's not something you read about in books. It's a way of life.
Number 1. The Catcher in the Rye, J.D. Salinger.
Catcher in the Rye sold 60 million copies. That's an unprecedented figure. And continues to sell, by the way, 250,000 copies a year.
Holden Caulfield has long since established a legendary status within literature as the epitome of teenage angst. But Caulfield's language, family values, moral codes, and rebellious habits have landed J.D. Salinger and The Catcher in the Rye in very hot water, very frequently.
On page 89, I'd rather push a guy out the window or chop his head off with an axe than sock him in the jaw.
An incessantly challenged book. Teachers have actually been fired for assigning it, and murderers have actually claimed inspiration after reading it.
This nitwit Chapman, who shot John Lennon, said he did it because he wanted to draw the attention of the world to Catcher in the Rye.
In 1981, it achieved a curious balance as the most censored book and the second most taught book in U.S. public schools. And today, It's our undisputed best of the band.
It just crossed all the lines on every level, between old and young, rich and poor, black and white, male and female, everywhere. Millions and millions and millions of people.
Do you agree with our list? What do you think is the best banned book? For more uncensored top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
That's all I gotta say. Anyone else want the conch?